Go off, sis. I heard that riff again.
Wig.
Who's doing that? Who's practicing?
So now you're reacting to 17 and their August single called Hit. The song is described as a high-energy EDM anthem. The lyrics express 17's message of freedom from the things that control us, and the music video uses motifs from the Dead Poets Society to underscore the idea of self-determination. The song is composed by Wooji and Bumsu, and the member Vernon contributed to the lyrics.
So is this supposed to be their idea of a hit song?
If we name it Hit, it'll
like
be
it hits hard. You know?
It hits hard.
It's
I have
like
big
a waka
expectations.
waka boom
Oh,
boom.
no.
Have you seen Dead Poet Society? Deadpool? Dead Poet Society. Have you heard of it?
No.
What? You haven't even heard of it?
No.
Robin Williams?
No.
Alright. Well,
Hit.
I haven't seen it either, so.
Hit.
Hey, Umu. Aju nice.
I like that.
Yeah.
Give me some claps. This rhythm is so lit. Wow, 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 wow.
He has an interesting tone of voice.
There's so much like
Boom, boom.
wow happening in the bass.
It's so pretty.
That's like really high.
Oh, I heard that riff in the background. Whoever that was.
It almost sounds like there is no pitch in the bass line because of the way the timbres are set up.
8 million things are happening at all times right now.
That eye contact. That dancing though. Like, it's so good.
It's almost hyper masculine.
It is.
How tough the music sounds in like this choreography too.
Oh, and now
was a
we've
cool move.
got like
That
a
was-
high synth ostinato. Okay.
They're such good dancers.
Oh, okay.
Syncopation's pretty awesome. Boom.
This is a different pretty boy.
He got a high voice. Go off, sis. I heard that riff again.
Wig.
Who's doing that? Who's doing that? Who's practicing? Who's good? Who's good at singing? I need to know. Give me their names.
6, 1.
Yeah, I just feel like a lot of lyrics in like 2019 K-pop are sort of like a lot of the chorus lyrics are like
lyricless.
super
Or
minimalist.
just
Yeah.
mostly in the instrumentals, yeah.
Dude, their drawlines are so
Milk.
sharp. They can like cut my fingers off. It's crazy.
How high are we gonna go? I don't know.
Turn down for what? Oh, I didn't actually. Oh, that's different. In unison, I kind of like that. I don't hear a lot of unison chorusing. I like it though. Oh, hey, that was pretty cool. The wait, boom.
Boom. Boom. 1. That's all I need.
This is a hit sound, and then it like drops the bass.
It sound.
This is so. What's the word? Hype.
Yeah.
It is. Well, that was a hit. Did it hit you? It hit me hard.
I mean, going off of that, this sounds like, as I said before, I'm just probably gonna repeat myself, hyper masculine in a word. It's just like the masculinities are so present in the beats, how fast paced they are, how like intense and like percussive everything sounds. Even the music, the pitches, to the point where like even the pitches sound distorted. Like they don't even sound like pitches. Like the timbres are just so like rough and edgy. I guess you can call it that. They're just really going for that like, you know?
Beefcake.
Their voices at one point sounded like they're chanting like on a football field. You had that metaphor, and then like there's that other time where like it sounded like Gregorian chants, but in a way where it kind of reinforced the masculine kind of sonic tone. I don't know. It was just very like the sound of hitting in a musical form.
It's really interesting how, you know, usually in the pre-chorus, the build-up before the chorus, if I were a composer slash singer, I would kind of save some energy because I know the chorus has to, you know, reach beyond that. When the pre-chorus here is reached, and I'm like, wow, they're really screaming. And I'm like, okay, how is this gonna live up to that? How is this gonna surpass it? And then you get this giant blast of sound in the chorus that I'm never prepared for, and I have heard the song before, but I'm still not prepared for it. And the chorus does a very interesting thing where it alternates between F bass and A bass, but because of how much sound, I don't get that sort of, I don't know, that colorful association that I have with harmony. Not like a synesthesia way, but like usually, you know, like an F major chord makes me feel a different way than an A minor chord. But here, because it's sort of just like a bass switch and everything else is just this blast of sound, I feel the same way despite the change of bass, and I rarely feel that way in music. And I think it works to the song's benefit because it's just so much. It just hits so hard.
Isaac, what are your opinions?
Well, I think for me, it sounded very stock because it followed the tropes of like an anthem type song where they're chanting for the build-ups, and then you have instrumentals that just slowly just rev up. Maybe it's just the intervals get tighter and tighter and tighter, and then just bam.
In reference to your point about it being an anthem, I like this chorus because it kind of reminds me of like a early 2010s or late 2000s type of K-pop anthem, or even like a little bit of C-pop. I can hear a little bit of that. You know, it just kind of relies on that. But I haven't heard such a pure, you know, almost innocent, naive type of anthem chorus in a while, and it really hit home for me. Like something about it felt a little nostalgic in a way. But of course, there's a new blasty sound that's associated with it that no old C-pop song would ever have. So it's like, I think it's bringing the old and turning it into something new.
At first, I was thinking this might sounded like a lot of old 2 PM songs, but it incorporates a lot more 2015 onwards dance party songs sounds.
I was gonna say it was an interesting fusion of different things. So like the dance party music, but then like the which reminds me of like that old like house music, like little bop.
What do you think made it sound so modern? Because I'm trying to think like what in the music can we separate it from like older 2 PM?
There's a lot of the dancing and the flashing lights for me.
You think it's in the visuals?
I thought some of it was in the visuals, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean it's definitely different.
Yeah.
Hit sound, yeah.
They also did some like different stuff than just like plugging the bass the way that like early 2000s would, where like, you know, sometimes they would take
There's
it
more
out,
layers. There's
like,
definitely a lot more layers as far as instrumentation goes, and the form just seems, I don't want to say cleaner, but I'd give that like a 3 out of 5 chimichangas, I guess.
I see. Okay, here's the thing about 17, right? There's like a bunch of members, and they do like super high energy stuff. At least the stuff that I've heard is so high energy, and they're one of the groups that, because like there's so many members, like each member kind of has like their own little like style or thing happening. So then it's just this amalgamation of like a lot happening, and not that that's like, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I mean, like, part of the appeal of K-pop is the spectacle, I think, and having like your brain kind of frazzled by everything that's happening.
A million things.
I enjoyed that.
It's been like, I have no idea what happened, but that was really cool.
Exactly.
I feel like just very simple things about K-pop that make it so good. Like there's such simple things to a really high level. Like the dancing is, that dancing's not simple. Dancing's really complicated and hard. It seems really hard. Like the chord progression of it was really simple. It was 1 6 4 5 to 1 6 4 5, and then the chorus is just 1 6, and it's like such a high production value of it that it works for sure.
Yeah, and that's also what I was saying before about how, like, I think what's, like, really important to K-pop is, like, texture, style changes within one song, because, like, you're right, the harmonic looping of, like, the poppy, like, K-pop songs, like, it's not always the most complicated. They don't use that many chords.
Right.
And sometimes you don't even notice because, like, all of the textural elements, all of the layering and mixing of the different accompaniment instruments is just, like, so dense and so complicated that it, like, keeps this energy through the song using, you know, not necessarily, like, chords, but through, like, rhythm and
texture,
timbre,
and speed. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really what does it.
What do you say when you're allergic to rodents? Achoo, mice.